Should I just be smiling while you do this? Okay, cool. Sorry. Okay, carry on.
Hello everyone and welcome to a special episode of Novels of the Heart. As you can see, I have a guest today. This is my very good friend Ashleigh. Today we are going to be talking about friendship. So everyone knows good friends make great hot chocolate. That is point one. So this is obviously a bit of a different episode because it's not me just preaching, talking about what is going on inside my head.
Thank God.
This is also going to be you preaching.
Finally, I get to speak.
Because she doesn't do enough of that, ever. It might interest you to know how we became friends or how we met.
I feel like those are two different stories.
There are two different stories because they didn't happen at the same time.
I liked you, but
Well, you were a question mark to me. We met at music college in Cape Town. You were that girl who just seemed like a total overachiever to me.
Really? I don't know. I mean, I hadn't achieved anything yet.
I think it was that energy of she's going to be one of those Hermione Granger people.
Oh, I mean, it's accurate.
And then we did 4 years of college. We did a chamber music thing together.
Our first collaboration.
We
We bonded over a hatred of chamber music class.
Yes.
I would say.
I hated it so much that I changed streams. There were auditions for a huge production of Fiddler on the Roof, the musical, at the Opera House. I think I'd already auditioned and I was already pretty much almost cast as Mottle.
And I remember thinking, oh, he's crazy talented. And I was auditioning for Hoddle before I auditioned for Zeitel.
Really?
Yeah, because she had the only singing role.
All the girls had to stand in a line.
Yeah. This is the secret inner workings of how things get cast.
Yes. I had to walk past you, like back and forth, so they could see how we match up height-wise.
Height-wise. That was the criteria.
That was so weird.
And I think already at that point, you and I had realized this is cool, this is fun. Like we can do this, we can do something fun together here.
And then during the rehearsal process, obviously, we became much closer friends.
Yeah.
I started learning things about her. I was like, oh, this chick is cool, actually.
I already thought you were cool. I learned nothing new about you.
A lifelong
friendship
developed.
Yeah.
What would you say are things that connect us?
Travel, number one. A love of adventures and exploring. That's also where I think our friendship really solidified, was when we started traveling together. A love of musical theatre. That's mostly what we talk about. And also for your work, you sharing your musical theatre ideas with me, and while it's not my field, I have many thoughts about it, and it's good to bounce things off somebody who's interested. And sense of humour. We have a similar sense of humour in many ways. Food and wine. It's been the kind of centre around which a lot of our conversation has happened, and it's something we can both get quite excited about.
We've had a lot of great food experiences. How would you define friendship?
Ooh, there's so many different kinds of friendships. And friendships of convenience sort of are a social thing. They come out of our natural need for human connection and just being social. Friendships of choice are relationships that you choose to cultivate, that you work on, and where you share parts of yourself and interests.
So to me, friendship is creating a family.
Yeah.
Around you.
I agree with that.
Creating a support system around you. With my friends, like with you or with my friends in Cape Town back home, saying friend isn't actually enough. It's more than a friendship. It's family.
Definitely.
I think what makes a friendship is being able to open yourself up completely to that person without fearing judgment.
Yeah, I think that there's kind of a tacit agreement that there will be no judgment, that there will just be love. A friendship creates this sort of safe space in which you can be most yourself, and you choose people with whom you can do that.
I think it was my friend Luella who said to me once, I was scared of telling her something because I was scared of being judged for it. And then she said, Jules, whose side do you think I'm going to be on?
Yeah.
I'll have your back. And it actually put a lot of it in perspective for me, because I don't need my friends, first of all, to fight my battles. I think a friend encourages you to fight your own battles.
Yeah.
And has your back regardless of what happens.
Agreed. And I think a friend is looking out for you even when you are working against yourself.
Yes.
So a good friend speaks up when you are your own worst enemy. They stand up for you. They're there for you. And
Yes.
they're on your side.
Always.
Yeah.
And a friend is also not afraid to stand up to his friend. Was it in Harry Potter where Dumbledore's like, takes great courage to stand up against your friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
When you're in a friendship, you should assume that that person has your best interests at heart. We can disagree with each other, and it feels different to disagree with your friends than it does to disagree with others, where you feel like you're fighting. But when you're with a friend, it's just about exchanging opinions,
Yeah.
and you know that that person at the end of the day loves you. So they're not doing this to attack you, they're just sharing or providing a different perspective.
True friendships are based in a community of empowerment and strength.
In friendship, we foster an environment of community and support. I think that there should be room within that community for difficult conversations. And sometimes a friend can show you things that, you don't see about yourself as well. I remember a conversation we had in the mountains of Austria. We all have these moments of self-doubt and self-criticism and so on. And I think I was saying to you something about, I don't understand why you're friends with me. You got possibly the most angry with me you've ever been, I think. He doesn't get angry in the same way as other people. But you went off on this thing. You said, now I want you to listen to me and listen to what I have to say. And you told me all these things that you admired about me, which were very difficult for me to hear. The point of it was kind of, I wouldn't be here in these mountains spending time with you by choice if I didn't like you. I want you to stop right there with all of this self-criticism, because I'm not saying any of that. You are saying that.
Yes.
And it's ridiculous and you must stop. It changed the way I saw our friendship, because from that point, anything that you've had to say to me, I've assumed has been on the basis of love. That was kind of a new experience for me, which is possibly quite sad to say, but sometimes you do. You think the worst first. But to assume that someone loves you changes everything about the way you respond to them. And yeah.
It's all on the basis of love.
It does mean, though, when you have this basis of love with somebody, I think it can make a lot of upsetting conversations sometimes more upsetting. It has the potential to feel much more important in all things.
The stakes are much higher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If someone hurts you, it hurts far worse because they love you. With a friend, you have to then deal with it. You have to have the conversation, and if you don't have the conversation, you're choosing to end that friendship, because that friendships need supervision like that. They need those issues addressed.
Yes.
Those things kind of build on one another, and eventually you find that you just never speak to that person anymore. You drift apart, which is not always a bad thing, by the way.
Expectations in friendships. So I have this thing where I know with my really good friends, my posse, if I don't hear from them for a month or 2 months, it's okay. If they don't hear from me for a month or 2 months, it's going to be okay. I really hate it when people tell me that I'm a bad friend because I haven't messaged them.
Like you need proof of their love for you.
Yes, exactly.
Or that you need those social interactions for this space to exist.
And I think that's where the issue of trust comes in as well. I'm still going to be there for you if you really need me,
If what you're looking for is love, you have it.
Yes.
It's there. You don't need to be constantly together for that love to exist, for that love to support you. To know that there are people that care about you, that's pretty sustaining. But I don't need them to be messaging me every day telling me how much they love me. I know how much they love me.
Yeah.
I
think at the end of the day, a friend is someone who will always make you feel at home, will remind you of your value, and will bring out light in you.
Absolutely. And I think a good friendship is almost a kind of a metaphorical place in which you feel most yourself. That is what a good friendship is. And that will, as corny as it sounds, make every time that you're together feel like home.
I like that. Yeah. I think if you can spend a week with someone away from home in a close environment and still come out laughing on the other side, I think that's a pretty solid sign for a great friendship.
I think so too. We spend so much time worrying about the one person in our lives who's going to change everything and make us feel right and complete us and all that, and provide that love and support that we need. But look around you. You've already got those people in your life. You should spend your time and your energy on those relationships, because those relationships are true. Of course, some things you can't get from those people.
I mean,
you can ask, but they'll probably say no.
The romantic relationships that come into your life, I think, would then complement that circle.
Yeah, or reflect it.
Or reflect
what you already enjoy sharing with other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do want that in a romantic relationship. You do want to share the things that you share with a friend. Essentially, that person ideally is going to turn into one of your best friends as well.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. If it's not one of your best friends, it's not going to last.
No.
Because friendships are what last.
Yes. Okay, guys, so that's it from us today, all the way from Edinburgh. And if you liked the video, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Also, if you don't want to miss any of the other videos, subscribe to the channel. Live, love, laugh.
Oh my God. I love you.
See you next time. Peace.